Module 2. Agencies that deal with juvenile offenders. Juvenile offenders are managed by various agencies designed to address their unique needs while promoting rehabilitation, accountability, and public safety. These agencies operate within the juvenile justice system, distinct from the adult criminal justice system, focusing on intervention and prevention rather than solely punishment. Central to this system is the juvenile court, which oversees cases involving minors and determines appropriate actions, ranging from diversion programs to detention. The court often collaborates with probation departments, which monitor juveniles, ensure compliance with court orders, and provide access to support services such as counseling and education. Law enforcement agencies play a vital role at the entry point of the juvenile justice process. Police officers are often trained to handle juveniles differently than adults, using discretion to divert offenders from formal processing when appropriate. Additionally, social service agencies are integral in addressing the underlying issues contributing to juvenile delinquency, such as family instability, substance abuse, or mental health challenges. These agencies work to provide therapy, educational support, and family interventions to reduce recidivism. Community-based organizations and nonprofits also contribute by offering programs focused on mentorship, skill building, and positive reinforcement. Residential facilities, when required, provide structured environments to rehabilitate youth while keeping them separate from adult offenders. Together, these agencies form a network that prioritizes the rehabilitation of juvenile offenders, aiming to reintegrate them into society as responsible individuals while balancing the interests of public safety and justice. The Society for the Prevention of Pauperism. The Society for the Prevention of Pauperism, established in the early 19th century, was a pioneering organization that addressed the growing issue of poverty in urban America. Rooted in the moral and social reform movements of its time, the society was created by affluent citizens concerned about the visible rise of poverty and its perceived moral and economic consequences. Its primary objective was to reduce dependence on public and private charity, which the society believed perpetuated idleness and encouraged immoral behavior. Instead, it sought to instill self-reliance and personal responsibility among people experiencing poverty. The organization's approach reflected the era's prevailing attitudes, blending philanthropy with a focus on moral reform. It emphasized investigating the causes of poverty and distinguishing between those considered deserving of aid, such as widows, orphans, and disabled people, and the undeserving, who were often stigmatized for their perceived lack of effort or moral failings. The society promoted education, vocational training, and employment opportunities as tools to combat poverty, believing that self-improvement and hard work were essential for individuals to escape their plight. Though well-intentioned, the society's efforts were criticized for their paternalistic tone and for failing to address the structural causes of poverty, such as economic inequality and lack of access to resources. Nonetheless, its legacy lies in its influence on later social welfare initiatives and shaping the discourse around poverty, charity, and social responsibility in America. Delinquency prevention and governmental responsibility. Delinquency prevention requires a coordinated effort across multiple governmental agencies to address the root causes and mitigate the factors contributing to youth involvement in crime. In the United States, the primary agency responsible for coordinating and researching delinquency prevention efforts is the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, OJDP, a branch of the Department of Justice. The OJDP works to strengthen the juvenile justice system by funding programs, promoting evidence-based practices, and conducting research to reduce delinquency and support at-risk youth. The OJDP collaborates with state and local governments to develop comprehensive strategies tailored to the community's needs. This includes efforts to address family instability, educational challenges, substance abuse, and economic disparities, which are often precursors to delinquent behavior. Through grants and training, the OJJDP supports community-based organizations, schools, and law enforcement agencies in implementing effective prevention and intervention programs. Research is a cornerstone of the OJJDP's mission, as understanding the causes and trends in juvenile delinquency is essential for crafting informed policies. The agency funds studies that explore the impact of mentoring, after-school programs, and family counseling, among other initiatives. This evidence-based approach ensures resources are allocated to strategies that reduce recidivism and promote positive outcomes for youth. Understanding the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, OJJDP. The Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, OJJDP, is a federal agency within the U.S. Department of Justice dedicated to supporting and improving the juvenile justice system. Established in 1974 through the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act, the OJJDP plays a pivotal role in preventing delinquency and improving outcomes for young people who encounter the juvenile justice system. The OJJDP focuses on several critical areas, including providing resources to states and localities to enhance juvenile justice practices, supporting research on effective intervention strategies, and advocating for policies that promote rehabilitation rather than punishment. Central to its mission is the commitment to addressing the root causes of juvenile delinquency, such as poverty, lack of education, family instability, and community violence. The OJJDP supports programs prioritizing prevention, intervention, and reintegration efforts through funding and grants. One of the agency's key objectives is ensuring that juvenile treatment aligns with their developmental needs. By promoting evidence-based practices such as mentorship programs, family counseling, and educational opportunities, the OJJDP reduces recidivism and encourages positive outcomes for youth. The agency also emphasizes protecting the rights and well-being of young offenders, advocating for alternatives to detention and incarceration when possible. The Big Brothers Big Sisters of America program. The Big Brothers Big Sisters of America program is a nationwide mentorship initiative that has positively impacted the lives of young people for over a century. Established in 1904, the program's mission is to build and support one-on-one relationships between adult volunteers, known as BIGs, and children, referred to as littles. These relationships foster personal growth, emotional stability, and life skills development in young participants, many of whom face adversity or come from underserved communities. The program's focus on mentorship as a transformative tool is central to its success. BIGs act as role models, providing guidance, encouragement, and a dependable presence in the lives of little ones. Through regular activities, conversations, and shared experiences, the program aims to enhance participating children's self-esteem, educational outcomes, and social skills. Each match is carefully made, considering shared interests, personalities, and the child's needs to ensure a meaningful and impactful relationship. The program operates through local affiliates across the United States, supported by professional staff who provide training, monitoring, and resources to sustain healthy matches. Outcomes are continuously evaluated, and research indicates that littles in the program are more likely to achieve educational success, avoid risky behaviors, and build stronger relationships with peers and family members. The purpose of the Big Brothers Big Sisters of America program. The Big Brothers Big Sisters of America program is a nationally recognized mentorship initiative that fosters positive development in children and adolescents by providing them with supportive adult role models. Established to address the growing need for guidance among youth, the program pairs children, known as littles, with carefully screened adult mentors called BIGs. These relationships are designed to create stable, nurturing connections that counteract the adverse influences many young people face in their communities or social circles. The program primarily aims to replace negative peer associations with positive role models who inspire, encourage, and guide children toward constructive paths. By spending quality time together, BIGS provides littles with emotional support, academic encouragement, and exposure to new opportunities and perspectives. This mentorship relationship fosters a sense of belonging, self-confidence, and hope in children who may otherwise lack these critical components. Research indicates that youth involved in the program are less likely to engage in risky behaviors such as substance abuse and more likely to achieve academic success and develop healthy relationships. The structured support and friendship offered by BIGS help littles navigate challenges while building resilience and decision-making skills. By cultivating meaningful connections, Big Brothers Big Sisters of America empowers youth to envision brighter futures, ensuring that positive examples rather than negative influences guide them. This program remains a cornerstone in community efforts to nurture and uplift the next generation. Explaining the goals of and the methods used by Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, BBBS, is a nonprofit organization that fosters positive development in young people through mentoring relationships. BBBS's primary goal is to empower children facing adversity by helping them realize their potential and build a brighter future. The organization achieves this by creating meaningful, professionally supported, one-to-one relationships between adult volunteers, known as BIGs, and children, referred to as littles. These relationships are designed to inspire confidence, strengthen interpersonal skills, and encourage academic success. BBBS believes every child deserves the opportunity to succeed, regardless of background or circumstances. The organization implements a rigorous process to match mentors and mentees to achieve this. Volunteers undergo comprehensive screening and training to ensure they are prepared to support the unique needs of each child. Mentors and mentees are paired based on shared interests, goals, and personalities, fostering compatibility and trust. The organization provides continuous guidance, check-ins, and resources to ensure that each mentoring relationship remains impactful. The current juvenile system in the United States. The juvenile justice system in the United States is designed to address the unique needs of young offenders, balancing rehabilitation with accountability. Unlike the adult criminal justice system, which focuses heavily on punishment, the juvenile system emphasizes reform and reintegration into society. Juvenile courts typically handle cases involving offenders under the age of 18, although some states allow for trying minors as adults under specific circumstances. The system incorporates various interventions, including counseling, probation, and community service, to deter future delinquency while addressing underlying issues. Several factors influence the effectiveness and outcomes of the juvenile justice system. Social and economic conditions play a significant role, as children from disadvantaged backgrounds are more likely to encounter the system. Poverty, family instability, and exposure to violence increase the likelihood of delinquent behavior. Racial and ethnic disparities are another pressing issue, with minority youth disproportionately represented in the system due to systemic biases and unequal access to resources. Educational challenges, such as inadequate school support and truancy, further exacerbate juvenile delinquency. Reform efforts continue to reshape the system to ensure fairness and better outcomes. Recent initiatives focus on diversion programs to reduce incarceration rates, emphasizing restorative justice practices that involve victims, offenders, and communities. Policymakers, educators, and social service organizations are working together to address the root causes of juvenile crime and promote equity. Despite ongoing challenges, the juvenile justice system remains an evolving institution aimed at fostering second chances for young individuals.